Walker, what's up, brother? We'll go get this camera right one night. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do it. I can't hear anything. Anybody on Facebook, what's up? What's up? YouTube, if you over there, what's up? Oh. Tonight, we're not gonna go too long tonight. Let me see here. Can I get Gemini up? Gemini, you gonna make me start over? Spoke of the stick. That's what I like. I need to own my own house so I can do that. All right, let's first start off. New show alert, new pod drop. Let's pull this up real quick. Let me get this in the screen here. Boom, 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 boom. Open it up. Let's see here. Y'all know first 15 minutes, free flow. Then we discussed Cam and Kendra G. Me and Gav had the conversation on whether or not if someone doesn't have kids, if they can have input on having children. We discussed Dad Tip of the Week, making artwork for artists. We discussed Offset and Little TJ problem. Then we discussed Brandy. I think she had a book release. Time she had with Dark Child, the Boys to Men one situation. Kanye was not allowed to go to the UK. That is wild. So we discussed, Kanye, his show at SoFi. And then, of course, we discussed what everybody came here for, which is LeBron James catching backlash for his anti-black comments while discussing moving the NBA team to Memphis. Then after that, we finished up with talking about your ex. And we finished up with a little politics. Congress should take the war power away from the president. That's 100%. But this conversation has been a conversation that's going on all week. So even though we didn't spend a lot of time on the pod, I wanted to have the conversation here with us because anybody that knows me know that when it comes to the black community, I've said, forget a 7-point plan, a 15-point plan, right? There's a 2-point plan that the black community needs to adopt, right? 2-point plan. And if you know me long enough, you know that the two things that I'm going to say is black people need to be registered voter at a 99% clip. And then black people need to vote, especially in non-presidential elections, at a 90% clip, right? First thing that the black community needs to do. All right. It's a 2-point plan. Pastor Mike Will, 2-point plan for the black community. And the second thing that we can do in the black community is stop having babies out of wedlock, right? If you don't want to be married to somebody, you do not have a child with them, right? Whether you want a child or not, whether you think you can do a good job or not, it's just that raising a child by itself, boy or girl, one parent, whether male or female, is extremely hard. It's extremely hard. It is not optimal. And we're the place in the black community where we should be looking for optimal outcomes for our future generations, especially in the country that it look like we have in the United States, right? A country that will, elect the moron mafia to do dumb stuff, right? And a country where a whole Congress won't stand up to someone that's maniacal, right? We shouldn't be bringing children into that without an optimal setting, right? So 2-part plan. Pastor Mike Will, 2-part plan to save the black community, right? Registering to vote, voting in non-presidential elections at the highest clip available, right? That's part one, the voting part. Second part, not having kids out of wedlock, right? Now, what does that have to do with the conversation that's going on around what LeBron James said in Memphis? So one of the things that I found out is that Memphis, I'm gonna be honest, it didn't occur to me that Memphis was the largest black city. I did not have a clue. And Memphis is not a small city. I think Memphis is. I actually have Gemini up here. Population of Memphis, or let's see here. Where does Memphis rank in city size in the USA? All right. So I'm gonna walk this back a little bit. All right. So Memphis is the 29th largest city, right? And most of the time when they do cities, they exclude the surrounding areas, because I know that there's a town right outside of Memphis that is also very, very black as well. So Memphis has a population of 600,000. Now they've lost 33,000 people, right? Now, the second thing about Memphis is